Okay, so you said something, Rudy, it's actually it's a trait that you can't
You only know it when you
acquire
see
it,
Yeah.
right? When you see someone
Yeah.
and you know, man,
Yeah.
I better have my stuff together because I see what they do without words. I see their action. Then when I hear them speak, I know they got it. They get it.
But he was that type of guy.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, him. That's what I'm. That's right. You
He's that
said
type
you
of guy.
saw that in him.
I did.
And everybody doesn't have that ability to see those things that may challenge them in the future.
Well,
and then bond with it.
Yeah. Yeah. We bond pretty tight right off because we both had that desire to move forward.
Okay.
Not to accept just the old traditional way, but to find a way to move forward, find a way to make a difference. And I had the route that I was trotting in, and he had a route that God had put him in to do, but yet it helped to balance us.
Yeah.
I can say that for myself for sure,
Yeah.
because that's the way it was for me.
I think it was different because Rudy grew up in Atlanta, and Rudy had a lot of friends in Atlanta and a lot of support in Atlanta. You know, I came from, I was an outsider to a lot of people.
Yeah, you were the newbie.
I was a newbie to a lot of people, and it was a threat to a lot of people. I'll be quite honest with you.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
I understand that.
Wow.
And but it worked out. I mean, because I would always ask, why not me? And it was just a challenge for me to challenge the system, and to challenge it not just for myself, but all of us who looked alike.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
How many hours do you think you put in after work to be
Oh
better
my
at work?
goodness, sir. No. Because we were in the operations capacity. It wasn't after work was all pleasure.
Okay.
We would go to Mr. V's,
Okay.
Cisco's.
You do a brain dump.
Yeah,
like,
we
hey,
were.
man,
Yeah,
I can't take this home.
It was too much. I mean, when you have an operation the size of Delta in Atlanta,
It's big.
it's big, and nothing. You're dependent upon the entire system. Snow, rain, hail, thunderstorms,
You have to keep
hurricane.
going.
I mean, it just was something, but we enjoyed doing it. We enjoyed the opportunity, and we enjoyed having other people stand on their shoulders.
So let me ask you this: do you have any great grandchildren?
I do.
I do.
Do you have any great?
I do.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Right? Okay. So, if they looked at their grandfather and they have no clue about how systems work or have transitioned from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 2000s, what would you look into that young grandchild's eyes and let them know that's coming from you, the advice you would give them? Rudy, let's start with you.
I would say that you have to become who you want to be. You have to build it in you. For myself, I took on the role of Delta Airlines. People started calling me Mr. Delta. I wouldn't allow negative talk to be around me about Delta
Correct.
Airlines.
Control. Yeah, your space should be positive.
If they start complaining,
That's right.
they say, "Here come Rudy," and they would shut it.
Get right.
Yeah. And the reason being is because where I was trying to go in my spirit, I didn't need negativism. I need to be a part of Delta Airlines. They had already set the standard. They had already set a good fold. Find a way to work within the system.
Correct.
And
Okay.
be able to move. So what I did is that I started thinking very positive all the time. And as a result of that, it was what was inside is going to show on the outside.
Correct.
So supervisors and everybody else could see that. And I became so close in that I was not supervisor, but I walked in supervisor level.
Correct. It makes total sense.
I walked in that.
Yeah.
And And I never got a rebuttal against any decision I made out there.
Yeah.
It was never a rebuttal.
Because they know you were doing the homework. They know you were doing the homework. Okay, Liam, what would you tell your great
Right.
grandchild?
You know, and you know this to be the real world that we live in, is that these kids now, with all of this AI and all of the technology and things of that nature, but I tell them, you know, the God didn't promise us a rose garden.
Correct.
So there are going to be bumps along the way, you know, but you have to have the strength. You have to be determined. You have to have passion, and you got to do the best you can, you know. Anything less than that just won't do. And so I would tell them, you know, love your family, know your friends.
Know your friends.
Know your friends. I mean,
because you can't grow friends.
You can't grow friends.
They got to grow themselves.
That's exactly right. That's exactly
you
right.
You grow them, you got to keep tending.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
You ain't got time for that.
No. Well, I mean, even with some of the successes that we've enjoyed, you know, I mean, I have a grandson. Okay. He is faced with the challenge because he's lazy and he's.
Understand. There's a lot of laziness. I understand laziness.
And so I am challenged with helping the world, but I'm more challenged with helping him so that he can understand. Because getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and coming home, you know, 4 o'clock the next morning during a snowstorm and having to sleep at the airport, you know, I wanted them to see the hard work and dedication that it took to put in to achieve.
Yeah.
I wanted to be the example. You know, some people misread the example though. You know.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yes.
Now hold on now.
Okay.
So you know, I say I write books and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my bubble opinion, the next one, Fixing Unbroken Me. But when they see the standard as something they don't want to participate in, they run from it. But understand, when they run from it, it's because they hadn't been around that right positive space to say, hey, this is the answer. They've been around the space, say, hey, it's easier not to do it.
Right.
And that's what you're talking about. Hey,
Exactly.
no, it's hard to do
Right.
it, but that hard pays off.
It pays
It
off.
does.
And I think you have. I mean,
It does.
it was just when we came up, our parents, you know, I mean,
They had to grind it.
Our parents would, you know.
Yeah. Didn't have
I
that.
will never forget. My mom beat me with an iron. Ironing board cord.
Yeah, that probably
you know,
doesn't feel
you
real
couldn't,
good.
You
But
couldn't do
boy,
that today,
woo.
you know. And so, but so I think, I mean, everyone has different goals. I would just like for my grandkids, and my daughter's doing quite well. I have my two grandkids, two of the kids, they attend Morehouse, and so that's good for them, you know. And I'm proud that they chose to go to a HBCU school because they're smarter than. You know, I mean, they live in Missouri. They could have gone to they would have gotten academic scholarships anywhere.
Okay.
But they chose their culture. Well, their father
That's
went to
good.
Morehouse also. And so I just think that, you know, it's not going to be easy and it's going to be challenging and people are going to hate on you. I mean, it's just the real world. And I understand that and I appreciate that.
Well, you know, Rudy said it, man. You have to build it within yourself.
You have to build it within you.
If you can't read
Right.
well, you need to spend that time in to build your reading
without a
skills.
doubt.
Mathematics,
Right.
understanding business.
Yeah.
And understand that if you say, well, I don't want to understand business, then you're going to be the least common denominator.
Right.
And they just going to business is going to put you where they need you, not
Right.
where you should be.
Right.
Exactly.
May I comment on that, sir?
No, please do, sir.
Because I would tell you, this is another thing I can say about Delta. Because as you talked about the business part and the financial part, we enjoyed customer service. I mean, that was we
thrived.
We thrived
Yeah.
on but
Cup of tea.
it was one-dimensional for success in a business of
Yeah,
corporate.
yeah.
It was,
Understand.
you know, you have to be, you know, learn more than just customer service.
Correct.
And I fought that. Okay.
Oh,
But
okay.
I fought that. I was comfortable in my space.
Okay.
Okay. Delta saw more in me than that space. And I'm going to tell you, I have to give kudos to Delta. Delta sent me to Wharton Business School.
Okay.
Now, everyone knows.
Well, see, that's something right there.
Yes,
It is.
you know. And once again, I was out of my environment, you know.
Well, hold on now. Hold on. See, you can't go. So think about it. The standard was Georgia Tech,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
right? It was these other things to pipeline in on that checklist we talk about.
Right.
That constantly changes. And you got a school better than Georgia Tech. Forced.
Yes. Forced.
Because you didn't want it.
I didn't want it.
But the creator of the universe saw something in you that
Exactly.
you wouldn't allow your inner voice to recognize.
Correct.
Silence is power in silence.
Yeah.
When you listen, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
It is.
So now, gentlemen, I know there's some more folks going to interview Constructive Talks. Hey, TWIGtv, this is what we do. We allow you to be yourself. And I would say this, don't let this be the last time we communicate, because this is exactly how I see it. Like I said initially, is that what is 3 generations going to know about you? You gentlemen have to get this company in there and create your own family Bible. Right?
Mhm.
People say, what do you mean? Well, you know what? You have a lot of experience that you can archive with video
Correct.
and audio that will guide generations forever.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
that
awesome.
came from you.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Now, hold on now.
That is
I got
awesome.
to say this, and everybody understand. I'm going to look at the camera.
That's awesome.
If we can follow a book we had nothing to do with in writing, and we follow it with all our faith and power, everything we have within us, why can't we write our own for the family that and the people that we bring into this world?
Right.
Why? No, we can. We just have to say, you know what? Hey, Lee, come hang out with me. I need to start writing this thing because I care about 3 generations from now.
That's good.
Because those 3 generations came from me.
That's
Right.
good.
That's correct.
That is good.
So write your family
That is
Bibles.
Yeah.
Right? Write that book.
That
Of
is
course,
absolutely
TWIG Publishing
good.
does that as well.
Yeah.
But write that book. Get that video going. And you know
That
what?
is
When they
good.
see my great-great-great-granddaddy,
Yeah.
they're going to
That
hear
is
from your
good.
mouth
That's exactly correct.
Wow.
And their hearts.
and your heart. And they're
Correct.
going to feel it.
Yes.
Because
That's
with
the key.
that's right, sir. Because
the
with
key.
this information age, attention spans are short. So think about what your grandchildren are being taught that you have nothing to do with, but then how they're going to teach their kids, which is your great-great, that you have nothing to do with, and how they're going to teach theirs. But you can have everything to do with it if you write your family Bible right
Yeah.
now. Right? And so everybody understand that. Hey, like I said before, I appreciate you, gentlemen. There's some more people out there. Now, okay, we're going to do like we did. Rudy, give everybody something to close with.
Remember that you're born with an inner strength and with desires beyond that you may even know of. Focus. Think about what you really want to do, then focus on it. There are doors of opportunity that will open up for you that you know not of unless you focus and move forward toward it. And when you do, the doors of opportunity will open for you. Just be ready.
Liam?
I would think, be true to yourself, and be true to your faith, be true to your family, and pick your friends. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be challenging. God never promised us a rose garden, okay? But you can see the roses grow. Help fertilize the roses. Don't gloat in your accomplishments. Share your accomplishments. Think about other people. Inside everybody, there's some bad and there's some good. So don't let people start knocking people's hood. Love them as they are and fight for them to be great men and great women as God meant them to be.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Constructive Talks, TWIGtv. Hey, we look at people doing great things and they don't even realize it. We capture that for them. And I appreciate you, young men.
Thank you. It's an honor.
And thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. Thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all very
God bless you. Thank you so much.
You wanted to say?